Hello everyone, Vaporwave here. Today I'm going to be making a video about how I got this very special Battlefield 1 dog tag. The name of this dog tag is A New Beginning, and the description reads, "You found something that does not belong to you. It looks really cool and barely any players have it." This Easter egg is part of the Battlefield series Phantom Project, a series of Easter eggs found throughout the Battlefield series, such as in Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, and more. This Easter egg was very hard to get and took over 4 hours because there were many steps, 9 actually, that were involved to get this dog tag. The only thing is that there are no shortcuts and that you have to do all the steps for it to work. So let's get right into how I acquired it and what steps you need to take to also get it. I have included a link in the description from which I get all my information and on how to get this Easter egg. Also take note that this will not work on any password protected servers. Let me give a little backstory on how this Easter egg was found. A few years ago, back when the game was just released, many players kept finding headphones in various locations on all the maps. These headphones were speculated to have something to do with the Phantom program, and they do in fact. The headphones were plotted on the website I mentioned earlier, and because not all of them have been found on all maps, I'll be exploring Suez because all the headphones have been found on that map. So to find an empty server, you can go into the server browser and add some search terms, so just Suez Canal will come up. You can also use File Fortress to find the headphones, but it will take longer because the map is more spread out. I looked on the website for the locations of the headphones and searched around the map until I found them. My first headphones were located at the B objective, and when you find your headphones, you will hear the same sound as when you're healed by a medic or resupplied by support. After you get your headphones, you'll want to travel to the nearest MCOM station, which on Suez is near the Turkish spawn behind some broken stone walls. Note that you must go to the MCOM station in the same life as when you get the headphones, and that the headphones only spawn once during each round. If you don't find the headphones on the first time, don't worry, you can just join another server and try again. Once you find the MCOM station, turn on Shadowplay or another video game recording software. I use Shadowplay because it came with my GPU, but other video game recording softwares can be easily downloaded from the web. Start your recording before you get to the MCOM station because once you get there, you will hear a secret message in Morse. If the light on the MCOM station lights up and you hear the secret Morse sound, everything is working correctly. Be sure not to back up from the MCOM station until you have recorded the Morse message for at least 1 minute, or else it will explode. Once you are finished with the recording, you will have to turn it into an MP3. As online converters are very slow, you can either detach the audio with an editing tool such as Adobe Premiere Pro, or you can use an application that converts your files, which is much faster. I am using an app called My MP4 to MP3 Converter, and it can easily be found on the Microsoft Store. Once you turn your file into an MP3, you will have to open
Audacity.
It's a free open source digital audio editor that lets you see your audio files. Once you load in your converted MP3 file, it will look something like this. After that, go to the menu and click Spectrogram. Then click Stereo to Mono. To clean up your recording further, you should click Ctrl A and press Effects and Normalize. This will enable you to view your Morse code very well. To zoom in, just hold Ctrl while you are scrolling. Next, you'll want to use a Morse to English translator. If you can do it in your head, we'll do it that way. You'll see that in Audacity, in the middle of your audio file, there's a series of dashes and dots. This is your Morse code. If you use the online translator I included in the description, then use spaces, dashes, and dots to fill in the decoding panel. Once you finish, your message should look like this, and you'll most likely have a different location than me. The rough template is, go straight to, and then the name of your location. Old methods compromised. Must acquire new key. Will miss drop-off if delay or incorrect location. Once you decode your location, you'll have to refer to the website that is called Game Detectives, and it's in the description. My first location was Outpost Barrel Fa, and that is on File Fortress. I changed my filter to File Fortress and got in the game. Once I went to the location, I was able to find a small arrow symbol, which meant that I did all the steps right. I also heard a dramatic sound, and you will also hear it, and that means that you triggered the next step. If this did not happen, get headphones, go to an MCOM station, and repeat this process. The next step is to go back to your headphone map and get headphones. My next headphones were coincidentally in the exact same location on the B objective in Suez, but you will still have to go to all the locations to make sure that everything is right. After that, you should record your MCOM Morse and turn it into an MP3 and run it through Audacity with the normalized effect as mentioned previously in the video. This time when you decode it, you'll get the reverse location name, and then remember first rule: if compromised, L pill. An L pill is a suicide pill that soldiers use sometimes rather than to get tortured in the war. When I found my location, I got Naetoref, which when reversed gave me Pharaoh Fire Venetian, which is on the Monte Grappa map. So I went over there and found a right triangle symbol on a burning tank. This time I also heard the sound, signifying that I had completed the second step. The third step is to go back to the headphone map and do the MCOM Morse translation once more. Each time you will use the MCOM, the color will become different, so on the third time it will be blue. When you decode it through the Morse to text translator, it will be something like this: your Atbash Cipher, and then second rule: citing, report and wait. Investigating alone could lead to death. An Atbash Cipher is a cipher that reverses the alphabet, meaning that A is Z and B is Y and so on. Use the Atbash Cipher I included in the description, or do it by hand. When I decoded my message, I got Pillow Mazar Jafar and found that this location is on Sinai Desert. After going to your location, you should see an arrow pointing right and hear the sound you heard for the last symbols. Once again, find headphones, repeat the MCOM process, and turn your audio into Morse. The message you will get will be like this: your Rot Cipher, then third rule: if taken by others, discover means to communicate to house. A Rot Cipher is a 13th shift of the Caesar cipher, named after Julius Caesar. I will include a Rot Cipher in the description. Once you decode your message, you will want to find another secret location on the website. This time I got Panel Water Apremont, which was in the Aragon forest. Once I got there and found my symbol, I realized that the game wasn't detecting my presence, so I used an anti-tank grenade to get closer and heard the sound. Now you needed to go to the headphones map and translate your Morse again. When you do this, your MCOM will become transparent. Translate your message with Audacity and get the Morse code. You'll get a message saying your rail fence cipher, and then fourth rule: kill all on same trail. Remove dog tags and report to house. Because a rail fence is very hard to use, you should try to treat your message as an anagram and try out all the combinations. Once I decoded this through anagrams, I found that it said Pillar Outskirts Jafar, and this was on Sinai Desert. I went there and found my new symbol and heard the sound. Once I was done with this step, I went back to the headphone map. I used the MCOM and decoded the message. I got a message that looks like a whole bunch of T's and E's. Here you will get a double cipher and then the message: Morse messages being intercepted, beginning full encryption soon. For the double cipher, you will need to turn the T's into B's and the E's into A's. After this, you'll get another message, and on this one, you will need to use an Atbash Cipher. Once you get your message, refer to the Game Detective's website for your location. Go there and find your symbol. I got Coastal Fortress Adriatic, so I went to the Empire's Edge map and found my symbol. After this, I went back to get headphones, went to an MCOM station, and translated my Morse. This cipher will be complete, meaning that when you translate your message, it will not look English. You'll have to put the entire message through a Vigenere cipher, which I've included in the description. The key for this Vigenere is Edward, and when you're done, you will get another location. You should get your location followed by allies can be closed as enemies. Enemies can be closed as allies. Always use ID. Bear with me, this is the second to last location. It's almost the last step. I got the location Travesty Attic Peron, which is on the top of the broken down church on St. Quentin Scar. I got the message which said George and heard the sound. After that, I got headphones and went to the MCOM station and turned the message into Morse. For the last one, you will need to use a Vigenere Autokey cipher. I have included a link in the description for the Vigenere Autokey cipher. You will need to use an alphabet key that goes from Z to Y and a passkey of London. Once you have decoded your message, you should get your location followed by final believe everything, report everything. Go to the location that it says. My final location was Ruin Venture Perone, and once I got there, that was the last location I would need to decode to get to. The next step is to go and get headphones and go back to the MCOM station and listen to the message. Don't even bother recording it because everyone gets the same message on this time. This was one of the hardest to decode for the people because it involved 3 ciphers, but when it was decoded, it said Giant's Shadow, Windmill Balcony, look up. And so you do that. Go to Giant's Shadow map and spawn as German. After that, go to the windmill nearby and climb to the top. Face up and forwards and you should see a kit of pigeons. That's what a group of pigeons is called. Finally, wait for exactly 2 minutes, at which point a pigeon will swoop down and you will hear the sound that you hear at each of the symbols. If this does not happen, then go to the MCOM station and listen again. Once you hear this sound, you have completed the task, and if you go to your dog tag menu and click miscellaneous, it will be there, proud and noble. I hope this guide has helped you, and all the credit goes to the game detectives and the team there. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, a thumbs down, and don't forget to comment and share. Also subscribe. Bye!